Hi, it's Brittany, and welcome to Proverbs Study. So, today we are reading Proverbs 1 4 through 6. So, Proverbs 1, the King James Version says, "To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings." So, in this, these first uh, 6 verses of Proverbs, this is Solomon explaining why he wrote Proverbs, why Proverbs are useful in general, why it is important to have Proverbs. So, verse 4 starts with "to give subtlety to the simple." So, this is another way of saying to tell the simple minded, or people who don't understand much just because they don't take the time to understand, to let them know something in a subtle way that will do the following things. So, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. Okay, so one, to give subtlety to the simple, and then to the young man, knowledge and discretion. So to help the young man know and have discretion, or have forethought with going about life and doing the things that they do. Okay, so a wise man. Okay, so a wise man will hear and will increase learning. So this is what a wise man will do. A wise man will hear the Proverbs and will increase learning. Okay, so even if they are simple, right? Even if the person is simple-minded, meaning they don't think too deeply into things, if they are wise, they will hear and they will increase their learning, meaning that they're going to learn something just by hearing. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wisdom. So a man who understands these proverbs. So it's one thing to be wise, and then it's another thing to understand. It's one thing to be simple, right? You can move from place to place. So you can move from simplicity and understanding to being wise, meaning acting in wisdom. Then you can be a person of understanding. So then you can understand the wisdom and begin to apply more wisdom. And so, shall attain unto wise counsels. So a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, meaning a man of understanding, or a person of understanding, will seek to acquire those around them who are also wise. They will seek wise counsel, or they will allow people around them who are wise to counsel them, to help them to understand how to go about different situations. And then it says to understand a proverb and its interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. So this is the one of the other purposes of the book of Proverbs, is to understand a proverb and its interpretation. So Proverbs are written for us to understand, and the words of the wise. So the Proverbs are written for us to be able to understand the words of those who are wise. The more we understand Proverbs, the more we understand those who have wisdom and speak in proverbial sayings, or say these things that might be above the simple minded, but will give understanding to those who are wise, or who are people of understanding. And then the words of the wise and their dark sayings. So if anything is unclear, this is what Proverbs does. It helps us to get understanding from those who are wise. and from those who we can go to seek wise counsel and in specific situations. And it gives us allows us to understand it in a subtle way. So the point of sharing wisdom and to have wisdom and to walk in wisdom is to grow as a person, to grow in your understanding, to be able to operate in a better way from day to day. It's not just to, go about and just live life, put your foot on the throttle and just keep going through life, just rushing through everything. No, there is a purpose and a plan. And when we understand that, and if we go back to the beginning, verse 2 and verse 3, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment, and equity. So these are the things that wisdom is built on. These are the things that are there to instruct us: justice, judgment, wisdom, and equity. Those things are built on, or are what being wise is about, and they're built on those things. And so when we operate in wisdom, if we see what's happening and then we operate differently from everyone else and we focus on seeking out the wisdom, then we can proceed to the next step in our lives in a more wise way. We can think through and understand what it is we're supposed to do. I saw a post today that said, or it was an email that said, the wise ones are preparing. Those who are wise are preparing right now. And there is something to say about being wise and operating in wisdom. And yes, there's a lot of chaos going on. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot to focus on in the world. All of it is not important for us to focus on. But there is a purpose for us to just watch and be wise. So I hope this encourages us today to not focus on everything else that's happening, but to focus on what is there to be wise about. How should I proceed right now in life? So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope the Lord's used this to speak to you, and God bless you.